Thank you so much, Ricardo. Victor, you know, we've been talking about starting a law firm for a long time. Negrin, right? That's how it goes down tonight. You know, we recognize Javier for the great event that occurred last week. But I want to also recognize Ricardo. Let's give him a round of applause. What a great event to see. He asked me just a couple days ago, you know, we knew that we were getting together and it was Hispanic Heritage Month. The Latino Connection Series has been so successful. I've been here before, and I always come because I love being in the room with our folks, right? I said it last Saturday, right? Con mi gente. Cuando estamos juntos, right? There's so much that we can talk about. Victor and I haven't talked about our remarks tonight. Nilda and I have not talked about our remarks tonight. And the theme that I want to talk about is almost exactly what you just finished with. And Victor, you know, it's an example of where our community is when many of our neighbors understand where we have to go as a community in order to take that next step, right? When you hear the themes that I'm going to touch on tonight, just very briefly, Ricardo asked me to talk about sort of where we are as a people here in Philadelphia and how far we've come. And then I want to finish with, and Victor touched on this, on what we can do, each of us, individually, to get involved. No matter where we are, no matter whether we're in the private sector, or the public sector, or the nonprofit sector, that we are all leaders and can make a difference. So I'm going to touch on those themes just very broadly. You heard some of the statistics already. You guys have heard me, those of you who've seen me out and about, talk about this before. Philadelphia is growing for the first time in 50 years, in many ways because of us, right? I'm going to say that again. Philadelphia is growing for the first time in 50 years because of us, right? In the last census, we all have seen these numbers. Our community, the Latino community here in Philadelphia, has seen 46% growth, right? Really important. In 2000, 49% of Latinos over the age of 25 had a high school degree or a college degree. Today, that number is 60%. Right? Think about that. Can you imagine how much better those numbers could be if we had a school system that was well funded? Right? Can you imagine how much better those numbers could be if we had a student-weighted funding formula here in Pennsylvania? We're one of 3 states that does this, right? Yeah, let's clap for that. Let's clap for that. As a city, here's where we are. We are on the precipice of great, great progress. 5 years ago, 29% of our postgrads were staying in Philadelphia. Postgrads are those folks who graduate college and are making that decision about where they're going to plant their seed, raise their families, get a job after they graduate from school. You guys know we have 103 colleges in our region. It really matters, right? It really matters. 29% 5 years ago. Today, that number is 49%. Right? Think about that. What's going on there? Let's think about it. Those young people, those millennials, are making a bet. They're making a bet on Philadelphia. They're making a bet on all of us and our community. And when we don't fix our school system over the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to start building relationships, getting married, growing families, and leading our city. And this is an important time for us to think about those things, because it's really critical to our success as a community. I say this, you know, when I'm with Javier all the time around the Hispanic Choice Awards. This event is something like that as well. We have proven, and Victor and Nilda both talked about it, we have proven that Latinos can come together, right? We have proven that we can come together to celebrate excellence, like we did at the Hispanic Choice Awards just a week ago. We have proven we have come together to connect with each other in the Latino Connection Series, as Ricardo has done with this event, as Sol has done. We have proven that we can get together and recognize each other, like we do with Impacto's, most influential awards that are coming up. We do those things well. And we're starting, and this is what I've been talking about the last few months, we're starting to prove that we can come together to solve challenges and our problems. And that's what I want to talk about. You know, Victor talked about elections and the fact that there's an election coming. You know, for the first time in recent history, you can see these little signs of progress and success, right? A few months ago, the community came together, working with the city to end ICE holds here in Philadelphia, right? Really critical, really important. The support, the groups that came together with the Mayor's Office of Multicultural Affairs, representing a multicultural community of Latino communities, all coming together around that issue. Those are just baby steps in what we can accomplish, right? A movement, a conversation, listening, a community coming together around an important issue, and changing an important policy decision in Philadelphia, right? That's the beginning. And just recently, most folks don't know this, I'm on the administrative board in the city of Philadelphia. We passed a ad board rule that allowed you to prove your language proficiency here in Philadelphia. And if you can do that, you get plus 3 points on your civil service exam. Is Pedro here? Pedro Rodriguez? He's not here. Victor mentioned him. How important that is in terms of your ability to get up on that list and get a job that you show that totally race neutral, culturally neutral, you have the language skills to serve our community in a way that makes sense, right? So that's a huge, huge policy shift.